विलासहासे क्षितवामसूक्तैः हृतात्मनो हृतप्राणां च भक्तिर् अनिच्यतो मे गतिम् अन्विं प्रयुङ्क्ते तैर्दर्शनीया अवयवैर्उदार विलासहासे क्षितवामसूक्तैः हृतात्मनो हृतप्राणांश्च भक्तिर् अनिच्यतो मे गतिम् अन्विं प्रयुङ्क्ते तैर्दर्शनीया अवयवैर्उदार विलासहासे क्षितवामसूक्तैः हृतात्मनो हृतप्राणां च भक्तिर्. Two times mentioned hrita, captivated, the heart. Hrit is also related to the heart. Bhakti is all related to the heart, not so much of the mind or the intelligence. Anicchato me gatim anvim prayunkte. What word? Tai, by those forms, darshaniya, charming, avayavai, whose limbs, udara, exalted. Udati, Udaradi. So, Udara, many places it is mentioned, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Devotees, my devotees are Udaradi. Make them. Chaturvida Vajante Mam, in that verse also we'll see. So, Udara, exalted. Vilasa, later on verses. Vilasa, pastimes. Hasa, smiling. Ikshita, glances. Especially loving glances of the pure devotees. Those times devotees used to run behind Sri Prabhupada. Wherever Prabhupada went there, all the devotees used to assemble there, book the flight ticket. Even though they don't have money, they used to beg and get somehow or the other be there with Sri Prabhupada. Even though Prabhupada may not be talking directly to them, but Prabhupada's loving glances, that is what purifies us. The loving glance of the pure devotees, sadhu, pure devotee, spiritual master, is very, very prominent. It purifies us very quickly, rapidly. Ikshita, glances, and obviously Lord's glance. But once Guru Sadhu glances, then Lord Krishna's glance will be immediate. Vama, pleasing, suktaihi, whose delightful words, vrata, captivated. Atmana, their minds, lata, captivated. Pranam, their senses. This is more or less you will see in Bhagavad Gita, Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. Their senses, their mind, their intelligence, everything is, the hairs are standing on end. They're always discussing the glories of the Supreme Lord. Cha and bhakti, devotion service, anicchata, unwilling, me, my, gatim, abode, anvim, subtle, prayunkte, secures. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada Vijay. Upon seeing the charming forms of the Lord smiling and attractive, and hearing His very pleasing words, the pure devotee almost loses all other consciousness. His senses are freed from all other engagements, and he becomes absorbed in devotion service. Matchitta, Madgata Prana, Bodhayanta Parasparam, Katayantas Chamam Tuschanchidam Tamanticha. Madgata Prana, their life force is always wants to glorify. They will be ready. They become fearless. They will be ready to do anything and everything for Guru and Krishna. That is their life force. He becomes absorbed in devotion. Thus, in spite of his unwillingness, he attains liberation without separate endeavor. Repeat. Upon seeing the charming forms of the Lord, smiling and attractive, obviously in this case, third kind of devotee, Kanishtadhikari's case is mentioned. You will see in the purport elaborate. Upon seeing the charming forms of the Lord, smiling and attractive, and hearing His very pleasing words, the pure devotee almost loses all other consciousness. His senses are freed from all other engagements, and he becomes absorbed in devotion service. Thus, in spite of his unwillingness, he attains liberation without separate endeavor. Purport by Prabhupada. There are three divisions of devotees: first class, second class, third class. Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. This is explained in so many places. As per the Nectar of Instruction, verse number 5, a wonderful purport, you will see the Srimad Bhagavatam, almost 4 or 5 places. Chaitanya Charitamrita will take it up from Chaitanya Charitamrita today. There are three divisions of devotee: first class, second class, and third class. Even the third class devotees are liberated souls. It is explained in this verse that although they do not have knowledge, simply by seeing the beautiful decoration of the deity in the temple. So we'll refer to Srimad Bhagavatam and Charitamrita on this context. Simply by seeing the beautiful decoration of the deity in the temple. Pay attention, especially for Grahasthas. It is very prominent instruction Prabhupada is giving in one of the prominent verse of Bhagavatam. And here also it is emphasized. This is even before initiation also, that is mentioned. 6 months of period is there. That 6 months of period, one supposed to come to temple, take darshan of the Lord, attend the arati, be in the association of devotees, hear, chant, take prasad. So here is again stressed the same aspect. If it is before initiation, after initiation, it is how much even more important. Simply by seeing the beautiful decoration of the deity in the temple, the devotees become absorbed in thoughts of him and lose all other consciousness. Simply by fixing oneself in Krishna consciousness, engaging the senses in the service of the Lord, one is imperceptibly liberated. Even though he is unwilling, but he will be liberated. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. What verse he is talking about? We should know. We have to scrutinizingly read. Simply by discharging uncontaminated devotion. What verse is that? Anyone can guess? Mam chayo avya vicharena, uncontaminated. Bhakti yogena sevati sagunan samatittayetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Brahma bhuyaya kalpate. As prescribed in the scriptures, one becomes equal to Brahman. In Bhagavad Gita, see that Prabhupada clearly putting that verse. We should know. That's how scrutinizing we have to read. That's what Prabhupada stressed. Because he has put so much efforts, sleepless nights, so much it is for us. Otherwise, it is also an offense. We don't read Prabhupada's book, we read every other book. And what is the point? We are not following Acharya's instruction. Then how will we progress? We can't progress. We can't understand anything if we don't read Prabhupada's books. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. This means that the living entity in his original state is Brahman, because he is a part and parcel of Supreme Brahman. So, especially throughout Damodar month, please let's make it a point that we should read at least one book. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar. These 4 books are prominent in Chaitanya Charitamrita if you can. At least every day before even 16 rounds, it may be difficult to finish. But somehow or the other, at least 10 minutes, at least. If you have any affection, love for Prabhupada, let's at least 10 minutes before reading, even if it is late, 12 o'clock. Without reading, don't sleep. So let's make that commitment, point, and conviction with deep faith. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Without reading for the effort, we are so much indebted to Prabhupada. Then that at least we have to do something for what he has given us. But simply because of his forgetfulness of his real nature as an eternal servant of the Lord, he is overwhelmed and captured by Maya. His forgetfulness of his real constitutional position is Maya. Otherwise, he is eternally Brahman. When one is trained to become conscious of his position, this training must be under the guidance of spiritual master, sadhu. So he understands that he is the servant of the Lord. Brahman refers to the state of self-realization. It is not a state of, I'm the son of a Brahmana. I have the sacred thread. That's not what it is. One must be practically realized in the heart. Vigyan refers to the state of self-realization. Even the third class devotee who is not advanced in the knowledge of the absolute truth, but simply offers obeisances with great devotion. Again, Chaturveda, the Manmanava Madbhakta Madhyajimam Namaskuru Mame Vaisya Satyante Pratijane Priyosme. Mame Vaisya Atmaram Mat Prayanam. 2 times it's repeated. And that also you see that first one is offering obeisances with great devotion. Because we are servants. That is our duty to offer repeated obeisances. And Sri Bhaktichar Maharaj has showed by his own example. Every time he used to enter into the room of Sri Prabhupada, he is always offering obeisances. Not one time. Whenever he used to go out and come back, again offering obeisances. This is what, because Nama, that should be our mood. That will make us humble. Things of the lotus feet, things of the Lord, sees the Lord in the temple and brings forth flowers and fruits to offer to the deity. This is what, if we have love, we will do it. If we don't have love, then we have no idea, no endeavor. We will be running everywhere, anywhere. But we will not be able to do this because we have no love. So if we have love, then obviously to father, forefather, our parent, our children. So we take something, we buy something. So for Lord, we should take. We should be asking the Lord, are you satisfied? Are you getting the enough prasad, enough food, enough bhoga, proper food? Are you getting? Okay, what can I bring? What do you want me to offer? What do you want me to cook? What kind of garland do you want me to make? These should be the questions. Should be submission to Sri Prabhupada and Guru and Lord whenever we come to temple. Not something else. ABC, we may have problems, fine. That also you can submit. But before that, we should ask how the Lord is. When we go to somebody's house, when we go to hospital, do we ask or not? We ask, how are you? How are you doing? So is everything. So are we asking the same? How is the Lord? No. Most of the time we don't ask. We ask the Lord, Lord, can you remove this anarthas from my heart? Can you remove this? Can you purify this? Can you give me this? Can you give me that? But that is not what pure devotion service is. It's fine in the beginning, but we have to come to this because this is what Srila Prabhupada is teaching us, how one should be absorbed in this process. Becomes imperceptibly liberated. Shraddhayanvita, transcendental faith. But the problem is we have Laukik Shraddha. We have Shraddha on the so-called newspapers, so-called friends, so-called so many people. But we have no faith on Srila Prabhupada, what he has to say, what Guru has to say. So that's where the biggest problem is. So they are with great devotion. So it goes back to the Guru Vandana prayers again and again, repeatedly. Sri Guru Charana Padma, Kevala Bhakati Sadma. There is no other way about it. However, we may jump up and down. There is no other way about it. Sri Guru Charana Rati, Eise Uttama Gati. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittete Kuriyaka. With one point attention, one must take the words of the spiritual master, pure devotee sadhu, as a life and soul. And arana kuriyam, no other agenda, no other ideas and thoughts and other things that should be given up. Vidya and Nisheth both have been discussed. That is what Shraddhayan Vitam is, with great faith in devotion. The devotees offer worshipful respects and paraphernalia to the deity. The deities of Radha and Krishna, Lakshmi Narayan, Rama and Sita are very attractive to devotees, so much so that when they see the statue decorated in the temple of the Lord, they become fully absorbed in the thoughts of the Lord. This is the state of liberation. In other words, it is confirmed herein with that even a third-class devotee in the transcendental position above those who are trying for liberation by speculation or by other methods, because they are following the Guru Parampara, Acharya Parampara. So that's why they are beyond the Karmis, Jnanis, and Yogis. Even the great impersonators like Sukadeva Goswami and the four Kumaras were attracted by the beauty of the deities in the temple and by decorations, by the aroma of the Tulsi offered to the Lord. So make sure that whoever is doing the dressing or in the service of the Lord, especially on the altar, make sure that Tulsi is offered. This is the foremost important aspect. Without Tulsi offered, service is not complete. It is incomplete. So let's make it a point, especially during even Shayan, evening dressing also. It's not that we have finished service in time, but this is also prominent because Lord is pleased more so by Tulsi because she is always assisting Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Vrindavan is her abode. Vrunda Devi, her job. That's what we chant in Tulsi Kirtan. What do we chant? We ask her mercy so that we attain, as we become a maid servant, or we become a servant of those maid servants. Rupa Anugas, so through Tulsi Maharani. So that's why it's so prominent. So make sure that she is properly watered. Make sure properly lighting is there at all your homes in the winter. If you take care of Tulsi leaves properly, nicely growing, then our heart will be nicely growing. If you don't take care of properly Tulsi plant, then to that extent we can't grow in devotion. That is the result. And they become devotees, even though they were in the liberated state. Instead of remaining impersonalized, they were attracted by the beauty of the Lord and become devotees. So that is the Kirat Unandra Pulinda Pukkasa Necha Papa Yadupashrayasya, however lowest degraded, however sinful we are, but we all can be Prabha Vishna Venava, Suddhanti, immediately as soon as we take shelter of the Lord, Lord's personal form, and Lord's pure devotees represented is immediately. Here the word vilasa is very important. Vilasa refers to the activities or the pastimes of the Lord, it is prescribed duty in the temple worship that not only should one visit to the temple, to see the deity nicely decorated. That means it is our duty to take whatever we can. We can't say, no, I don't have time. We have to endeavor. Something or other bring. What can I offer within our means? However busy we may be, we have to try endeavor. We have to put that effort. But at the same time, you should hear the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srunatam Sakata Nityam. So many verses again and again. Srunatam Shraddhaya Nityam. Grananti Swajayam. One must accept in the heart. This is what Prabhupada is instructing, that I should do every day. I have Bhagavatam, but I am not able to read. But no, we should. I don't have taste for reading. No, we should. It is not we like it or not like it. It is a question of whether we want to follow Prabhupada or not follow. That is a question we have to ask ourselves. Bhagavad Gita or some similar literature which is regularly recited in the temple. It is the system in Vrindavana that in every temple there is a recitation of the Shastra. So Prabhupada knows exactly how much condition we are. Prabhupada is given the process. Morning Bhagavatam, giving Bhagavad Gita, in the afternoon or in the night Krishna book. This is the process Prabhupada has given. We have to follow. Even the third class devotees have no literary knowledge or no time to read Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, gets the opportunity to hear about the pastimes of the Lord. Probably neither we are here in the association of devotees, nor we read ourselves, nor we do that. So both ways we are neglecting. In this way, their mind may remain always absorbed in the thoughts of the Lord, His form, His activities, His transcendental nature. That's why we have to take this very carefully. Not at the expense that, oh, I have children. Okay, take care of children, no problem. But nowhere it is said that you complicate your life such that 24/7 you are running behind your children, running behind your family and putting them here, dropping here, picking up here, there. Then life will go on. None of those activities are going to save us. Only Guru and Krishna can save us. So that's why we have to prioritize that activity first. You can balance it, but it's not at the expense that 24/7 you are there only. You are not, in 1 minute you are giving time to Krishna and Guru. So it is not a good proposal at all. This state of Krishna consciousness is a liberated stage. Lord Chaitanya therefore recommended 5 important processes in the discharge of devotion service. One is to chant the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kirtana samyogaihi. Kirtana always, while dressing the deity, while making garlands, everything should be always chanting. Second, to associate with devotees and serve them as far as possible. This is also very prominent. And third, to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. So fourth, to see the decorated temple of the deity, and if possible, 5, to live in a place like Vrindavan or Mathura. Make the place, make your home, make your temple. Prabhupada has brought, so we are called New Golok Dham, this kind of central New Jersey. Prabhupada has brought all these temples for us. The holy places are here. Prabhupada was here in Long Branch when he was sick. So in New Jersey, Prabhupada was there. Imagine that Prabhupada is always there with us here. So in New Jersey, so feel that consciousness. These 5 items alone can help a devotee achieve the highest perfectional stage. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita here in Srimad Bhagavatam that third class devotee can also imperceptibly achieve liberation, is accepted in all Vedic literatures. Already we are at 6:50. Let's offer 3 prayers and we look at the instruction of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Mukam karoti vacharam pangum langayate girim yatkrupatamam vande Sri Gurum Devataram Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Iswaram Manchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Anantakoti Vaishnava Jai Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadami Dadati Swapadantikam. Rupa Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Thank you very much for joining this one of Srimad Bhagavatam. So first we will look at this verse because the prominent instruction is about the deity worship. So we have to look at what Sri Prabhupada had to say when it comes to the 9 limbs of devotion service, even though it is not so much Bhagavat Vidhi, Sravanam and Kirtan, that is our prominence, chanting and hearing. But still, For Grahasthas, those who are Grahasthas, prominent instruction, 7.5.23.24, we should know this verse and purport pretty much in our heart. Everything. We have to read this. So, in the verse now, limb number 5, Archanam, what Prabhupada had to say. Especially, let's read this particular paragraph, then we'll jump to Chaitanya. It is therefore recommended that the initiated devotees follow the principles of Narada Pancharatra by worshipping the deity in the temple, especially, make that point, sadhu savadhan, be attentive, especially for householder devotees who are opulent in material possessions. So what Prabhupada has to say has great significance. So that means we cannot go with somebody else's words. So the path of deity worship is strongly recommended. An opulent householder devotee who does not engage his hard-earned money in the service of the Lord is called a miser. One should not engage paid brahmanas to worship the deity. One does not personally worship the deity, but engages paid servants instead. He is considered lazy, and his worship of the deity is called artificial. An opulent householder can collect luxurious paraphernalia for deity worship, and consequently, for householder devotees, the worship of the deity is compulsory, not optional. We think it is optional. Now somebody else is going to do. I will do something else. No, it is compulsory, mandatory, because our attachment is like that. Look at the verse. It says, avidya kama karma bihi. Avidya means it is ignorance. First place we are here for so long. Anadi bahurmukha jiva. We are so long in avidya. Cause of avidya, kama, desiring want to enjoy separately. The result of the kama, karma. And again, the karma activity, we do engage in some activity, then that is again kama, desire and karma. This is going on like a cycle. Evam pravartitam chakram, anuvartai taiha. Agayur indriyaramo, mogam partha sajivati. Because of these unwanted activities, unwanted desires. Because of vidya only. Because we don't follow what Prabhupada had to say. In our Krishna consciousness movement, there are brahmanas, brahmacharis, grihasthas, vanaprasanya. But very, very important. But the deity worship in the temple should be performed by who? Brahmacharis? Sannyasis? No. Performed especially by the householders. The brahmacharis go with sannyasis to preach. Vanaprasthas should prepare themselves for the next state of the renounced life. Sannyas. Grihastha devotees, however, are generally engaged in material activities. That's why. Because we have to transfer that attachment. That's why we have to worship the deity. Very important. And therefore, if they do not take to the deity worship, what will happen? Their falling down is positively assured. Prabhupada is confirming that one. Positively assured. Guaranteed. And that how much significant it is to worship the deity regularly. So that is why second initiation, the Madhupad Prabhu is so merciful, has given so many devotees got second initiation. How important it is to take the instruction of Sri Prabhupada here. Very important. It is not optional. Deity worship means following the rules and regulations precisely. That will keep one steady in devotional service. Generally, householders have children, and then the wives of the householder should be engaged in caring for the children. Just as women acting as teachers care for the children in a nursery school. Grihastha devotees must adopt this Archana Vidya, deity worship, according to the suitable arrangements and directions given by the spiritual master. Okay, every day you can't come, fine, but once a week. But make sure that is once a week at least is done. Because otherwise we are not we are doing disservice to our spiritual master. Because deity is Guru's property. Guru's service, deity service is Guru's service. Guru didn't give me instruction, Guru didn't give me service, but this is Guru's service. Why to run away from Guru's service? Okay, if you are busy in preaching, maybe okay, but still we should do. Guru himself is worshipping the deity wherever he is. Then why we are not following Guru? Regarding those unable to take to deity worship, and then those who are not initiated, first or second, then what they can do? That is also Prabhupada saying. Because that's why in this verse, Kanishtadhikari means he may not be initiated at. Then what he can do? There is a following statement in the Agni Puran. Any householder devotee circumstantially unable to worship the deity must means not optional, again, mandatory. See that the deity worship in this way he may achieve success also. The special purpose of deity worship is to keep oneself always pure and clean. So pure and clean means the nails has to be cut, hair has to be cut. One must take a bath at least 2 times and try to, as much as possible, come in front of the deity. And offer something. And follow the process given by Prabhupada. Grihastha devotees should be actual examples of cleanliness. Grihastha devotees, call it out clearly. Everything we have to follow what Prabhupada had to say. Deity worship should be continued along with hearing and chanting. Therefore, every mantra is preceded by the word Nama. Nama means offering respect, obeisance to the Lord and the Guru. In all these mantras, there are specific potencies of which the Grihastha devotee must take advantage. There are many mantras preceded by the word Nama, but if one chants the holy name of the Lord, he receives the result of the chanting Nama many times. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one can reach the platform of Godhead. So that is the key important point Prabhupada had to make. And especially third class devotees, the Kanishta how he can be liberated. Now let's look at verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Ananda Lilamaya Vigraha Hemavadi Vicha Visundaraya Tasmai Mahaprem Rasapradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. So the pure devotees, especially the Kulina Gram, we have to become Atma Sat, means follow the footsteps of previous acharyas. The Kulina Gram, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made them Atma Sat, means his own. Even pig, dog, anybody in that whole village can be delivered. That's why even now they chant. Even those who are, maintaining the pigs or whatever, but still they chant the holy name because of the mercy. Because Haridas Thakur was there in Chaturmas, 4 months period. Damodar month is starting tomorrow. So 4 months period, 4th month, last month. Even last 5 days, as Bhishma did. Bhishma Panchak last 5 days. Even one day we do, fully absorbed, whole day. So that's how we. In 4 months period, Haridas Thakur was there in Kulina Gram, and he has given mercy, he has instructed them to chant. By his mercy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made the whole village also Atmasat, his own, because Haridas Thakur is his own man. And anybody taking shelter of his own man, then obviously he became Atmasat. Like we are became Atmasat, because Prabhupada has been the Atmasat of the Lord. Because in the beginning of Adilila, Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is one verse, famous verse. Sri Radha Madan Mohan, Sri Radha Govinda Dev, Sri Radha Gopinath made the Gaudiya Vaishnavas Atmasat. By following, one who follows till Prabhupada, then automatically we become Atmasat if we follow Prabhupada. If we don't follow, then we cannot become Atmasat. So we see in this verse 10.48, that clearly mentioned that how by Haridas Thakur's mercy, these Kulina Gram Vasis, Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraj Khan, was able to get pure devotion service. And they got the service of bringing silk ropes to Lord Jagannath. Even now that goes on because of Haridas Thakur. So by following Sri Prabhupada, because he's Atmasat devotee of the previous Acharya and the Lord, then we can become. So because these 3 instructions are the Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama is coming from the here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Hold on, in this 15th chapter. Where did it go? Kulina Gram Vasis, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking, they are asking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that what one should do. So, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been instructing that one must take to the chanting of the holy name and associate with devotees again and again. 3 times they asked what he can do, being a householder. Before that, saved it, but it went. Hold on. Let's look at this verse, I think 16. Yeah, the year. Let's look at the year. The Lord replied, you should engage yourself in the service of the servants of Krishna and always chant the holy name of Krishna. If you do so, these 2 things, you will very soon attain the shelter at the Krishna's lotus feet. The inhabitants of Kulina Gram said, please let me know who is actually Vaishnava and what is his symptoms. Or we'll finish it after reading this. 2 minutes, sorry. Understanding his mind, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiled and gave the following reply. A person who is always chanting the holy name of the Lord Krishna is to be considered first class Vaishnava, Nityam. And your duty is to serve his lotus feet, that is Prabhupada, that is spiritual master. The following year, 3 times they asked. The following year, inhabitants of Kulina asked the Lord same question. Hearing this question, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again taught them about different types of Vaishnava, Kanishta, Madhyama. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, first class Vaishnava, this is topmost. Uttamadhikari, he whose very presence make others chant the holy name of the Lord. Next, in this way, Sri Chaitanya taught the distinction between different types of Vaishnava, the Vaishnava, Vaishnavattara, Vaishnavattama. He thus successfully explained all the symptoms of Vaishnava to the inhabitants of Kulinagram. Finally, all the Vaishnavas returned to Bengal, but that year, Pundarik Vidyanidhi remained at Jagannath Puri. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction is to be in the association of those pure devotees and take their instruction very seriously and associate. And obviously chant the holy name of the Lord. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is instructing. So we should take these instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu seriously. 3 places, chapter 15, chapter 16, and Adilila. You will see this Kulinagrams Vasis asking question 3 times, 15 and 16 Madhilila. Please refer to that and read again for yourself so that you can understand the essence of direct instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's what Sri Prabhupada is stressing everywhere. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Mund ki jai. Happy Damodar month. Please let us all take it up seriously so that we can induce others. If we ourselves is not pure, how we are going to induce others? We can't bring others at all. So let's take it up seriously. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Krishna. We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and weekend ahead. We'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Shino Shingo Jaina Shingo Jai Jaina Shingo Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Ugravidam Mahavishnu Jalantam Sarvatomukam Shingam Vishnam Badram Nityam Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. There is a program today evening at the temple. Subha Vilas Prabhu is giving a class. You are most welcome. Also, there is a lot of service during that time. So please come to help in cutting vegetables and all for tomorrow. There is a lot of catering orders. From beginning tomorrow, it's Kartik Purnima, Sarat Purnima, and we will have Damodar month. Every day in the morning and the evening, candles will be offered. So in the evening time, Damodar Ashtakam will be from 8:30 to 9, except on Saturdays and Sundays, especially Sundays. Sunday also it's 8:30 to 9, unless there is a change and we have some program, and along with that, Damodar Ashtakam might change. But otherwise, that's the normal time. And in the morning, you can just offer the candle whenever you are there. Any other questions? Logistic questions? If not, we would like to offer our humble obeisances to all the Assembled Vaishnavas, Manchakalpataru, Kripa, Sindhu, Vayavatra, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha, Vaishnavanda ki jai. Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur-Vande.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.